What's going on, guys? It's Danny here, and this is gonna be a replay commentary video. This is going to be player perspective of me playing Lifestealer. I played this game on stream, but I had music on the background, so I can't really upload it live. It was still a pretty nice game though, and it shows how much Lifestealer can actually do, and Lifestealer is one of my favorite and most played heroes in the game, so I hope I can make it more educational and all that stuff and show you a really fun game. In the last 2 days I was playing with very low music on the background, not loud music, because if it's like loud I will be more listening to the music than actually playing the game. That's what happens because I like music a lot. But it was very quiet on the background. Sometimes I wasn't even noticing what the song is, but like it felt really good. It felt like calming in a way. I felt like I was more calm with having very low music in the background. And being calm while playing is definitely a good thing, right? So yeah. I played this game and it was a little bit of a clown fiesta game. Happens a lot in the Divine Bracket. This Pudge guy with the name Ruin, and I have him pre-muted, he stole mid from someone and he said, let me go mid or I will ruin the game. And considering his name is Ruin and I have him pre-muted, I was like, this guy might actually ruin the game if you don't let him play mid. And that's a little tip I wanted to give you in the beginning of the game. When you have that kind of player, that kind of toxic guy who is gonna steal a lane from someone and then threatens to... That's one of the worst things, by the way. Never do that. Like, threatening to ruin the game, that's one of the worst things. Some people don't really mean it and don't actually do it, but just threatening is really bad. Not cool at all. Threatening to ruin the game. So I said to this Warlock, just let it be, you know? Just let him be. And that's the best thing I can tell you. Let it be. Do your best. Don't ping or flame the guy when he does bad. If he does bad, just let him play his game. And if you really wanted to play mid, you will play it next game. You know, you can pick it after that. Just let it be, play something else and do your best. That's the best thing you can do when someone is stealing a lane and acting toxic. Now, Pudge mid, not the best mid. He will most likely lose the lane. And I looked at the net worth at 10 minutes. The DK mid had double his net worth, so he actually lost the mid lane really hard. But there is not much you can do other than trying your best, and that's it. So I started with Tango and Healing Salve, Stout Shield and 2 mangoes. I have Regen. I have the 2 mangoes because early game Lifestealer has mana problems. So having 1 mango at least is really good. 1 mango at least is a must-have. I like getting 2. And 1 Tango and 1 Salve. So, like, you use 1 open wounds and then you are out of mana almost. It's half your mana. So, to have constant kill potential in lane, you need mana. Because you need to be able to slow. And that's what Mango gives you. Gives you mana. So, yeah. We don't see anyone, but in case there are many people here, I can just kill Rage and I should be able to survive a lot. And I actually go on the high ground and steal the bounty rune. The best way to go about this is to go this way. Let me put free camera. The best way is to go this way, like this. Instead of going straight up the high ground like we did. We had no time, so we just went straight. But the best way is to go around here and then stand here and you get vision of who is on the high ground. If they are smart, they will hide here, but still you are getting some kind of information. Instead of blindly walking up the high ground, you know. Oh yeah, the enemy had a random meepo. I think this was a random meepo. Actual Clown Fiesta game. we had this Spudge, but they had a random meepo, so, you know, it was kinda even. Game ruiner for a game ruiner. Well, randoming meepo... I don't know. I don't even know what to think anymore. People are weird. He randomed meepo most likely because someone stole his lane. Like, randoming nowadays is never the option, really. People do it when they rage because somebody steals their lane, honestly. But whatever. Let's ignore all that and play our game. I'm laning against Nyx and meepo. So I'm very survival against them. This is a really, really good Lifestealer game, by the way. One thing I love the most, and I have mentioned that in previous... Okay, just a little trading going on here. I don't have a salve anymore. I think Warlock gets this kill on Nyx. Or maybe not. But I can't really help him right now. So he's gonna die and I can't really help him. The meepo is full HP, so I cannot really trade with him. So I used my salve and I used all my regen, but... Okay, Warlock gave me a salve. Very nice of him. And Warlock, I know that he's going to heal me. He wasn't healing me that much, though. He gave me a salve, that's why he didn't use the heal on me, but on Nyx in that case. But overall, you know when you play with Warlock, you're gonna get healed by him, so... I didn't really focus on buying that much regen to start with. Sometimes it's really good, instead of buying 2 mangoes, to buy 2 sets of tango and 1 salve. That is a lot of regen. But if you know you're going to be pressured in lane, you will need that regen. If you know you're not laning with Warlock that can heal you, or Witch Doctor or anything, then getting a lot of regen is a good thing. So, one of the things I like the most in a Lifestealer game is when enemies don't have any... Okay, this is a kill. Yeah, I used Rage just to hit a bit faster. I have boots and he doesn't, so I can outrun him, and that was a very easy kill. One of the things I like the most in a Lifestealer game would be when enemies don't have any TP cancel through magic immunity. I can actually do anything I want, and I feel like I have an absolutely free game. If you look at their heroes and think about it, I can do whatever they want. I can dive tier 1, tier 2 towers, even tier 3 mid-game, and then just simply rage and TP out. So there is something that can counter that though, but it's not something they have instantly. It's not something they have very early. You guys know what that can be? That's Slark with Basher. Actually, Slark is one of the really good heroes against Lifestealer, because you can't really trade with him too well. And if you want to trade, he will pop ult and you won't see him. So it really sucks for Lifestealer. That's like the only hero that I was worried about. The only hero that was like a little problem for me. The rest of their heroes weren't really a problem for Lifestealer this game. So they don't have like a Bane support, for example, or a Beastmaster offlane. You know, those heroes have abilities that go through magic immunity, ultimates. And they are disables, so they can cancel my TP when I split push. The only thing that will cancel my TP through magic immunity is whenever Slark gets a Basher. So until then, I can do whatever I want. And you will see examples later in the game how I'm pushing really deep, getting a kill behind the tower, or forcing rotations and then raging and tipping out. Okay, using Rage here because I see the Meepo poofing. And I don't want to take damage from poof, so... Also, Rage can get you out of Meepos and Snare. And the Ensnare does not go through magic immunity. So, that's a pretty good counter to Meepo. BKB is a decent counter to Meepo because he can't lock you down. Until later on when he gets a Hex and he, you know, surprise jumps you out of nowhere. In the early to mid game, magic immunity counters Meepo. Because in the early and mid game, his right click isn't that strong yet. Wait, who's mid? Silencer is mid? Oh yeah, also this Silencer was really mad at the Pudge for taking Pudge mid. Maybe Silencer was the other guy who wanted to go mid. And he did not listen to my advice to just stay calm and do his best. He was constantly flaming the Pudge. Anyway, I said we will ignore that and we'll play our game, right? So Silencer rotates top and this is the easiest Nyx kill of our lives. I'm doing pretty well so far. Maybe I should have net worth on. And talking about the mid lane, you can see how the DK is already 1100 net worth ahead of the Pudge. Easy Meepo kill. So I went phase boots this game, and phase boots it's really good to win a lane. Sometimes if you guys watch like a professional players pro game, tournament game, sometimes even offlaners go for phase boots. It's really good for winning a lane pretty much. I don't know if I can word it any better. It's really good for winning a lane. When I'm playing a Lifestealer and I'm playing against a duo lane contested, and we have big kill potential on them, then phase boots will help me get those early kills. While power treads is more farm oriented. Power treads will help you farm faster on heroes. Because you can tread switch for mana efficiency, you attack faster, and that helps farming a little bit faster. And then phase boots helps killing in lane more. This Nyx thinks he can trade with me, even though I have 4 of his creeps hitting me. But I have a lot of Lifestealer games, I understand this matchup. And believe me, if you play Lifestealer against the Nyx in lane, just keep in mind that the Nyx cannot do anything to you. Like, he just can't do anything to Lifestealer. Magic immunity completely counters Nyx, and you have it for free from Rage. And you have built-in sustain from Lifesteal, from Feast, so you are really good at trading with that hero. Okay, I explained the phase boots, and then I'm going armlet. For Lifestealer, there are 2 possible builds. Radiance, Solar Crest, Sanjin Yasha, or Radiance, Solar Crest, Assault Curas, depending on the game, or Abyssal Blade. But like the first 2 core items are Radiance, Solar Crest, or Armlet, Deso. And these 2 guys can't even do anything to me. Like at this point I'm level 7, they are both level 5. I can very easily take this 1v2 and they cannot kill me. Maybe I can even kill them. Like they don't do anything to me. We lost the mid lane tower and he's diving really deep with the DK. He's diving the tier 2. But personally, I don't want to rotate until I have at least my armlet. I just need at least that one small to medium cost item, armlet. So I said Radiant Solar Crest or Armlet Desolator. Like it's pretty classic to go Armlet Desolator Sanjin Yasha, I think. That's a very, probably the most classic, typical Lifestealer build. This game I didn't go for any of those, and I will explain, don't worry. So, this, like, Radiance with power treads on Lifestealer is really good when you have to be frontliner for your team, because you are very tanky. And when you are a little bit countered, I feel, when you cannot do anything you want on the map, when you would like to sit back and farm a lot, then Radiance helps farming a lot faster than an armlet does. So this is gonna be a free meepo kill here. Yep. It's just anytime I see the meepo going to kill my warlock, now that I have armlet, I can contest. Every time I see meepo kill warlock, I can help the warlock and I can get a meepo kill for free. Because I can just kill that hero. This is not the meepo that went mid and is completely out of control. This is the meepo that went dual offlane and he didn't have the dream start. So that is not the out of control snowballing the game alone meepo, you know, that most of the time you see. This is the meepo that doesn't have a very good game. So I can just kill him every time. And right now there is something going on the mid lane, and I don't know if I'm gonna rotate or not. I think I did rotate here, and when I'm looking right now, I should tip his shrine and kill the meepo because he's diving under the shrine. This is the freest meepo kill ever. And I go for it. And then DK is here. But Oracle and Slark are also coming, so at this point, just run for your life. I know that I'm very survival in this game with Rage. And here I dodge the DK stun with Rage. So even if I get a little bit out of position and I overextend, in this game it's gonna be okay because I'm a Lifestealer in a game like this. It's really good. I don't think I die here. I don't die here. Yeah, so I didn't have to keep going. Basically, the mistake here was to keep going after we killed the meepo. Killing the meepo was nice. Rotating for that was very nice. And then I should have just simply gone back because going for the DK there, that DK is the most farmed hero in the game right now. As you can see, he's top 1 net worth. So he's just very tanky. He is level 13 at 13 minutes, 4-0 and 4, highest net worth in the game by far. Because, well, because he laned against a Pudge whose name is Ruin on the mid lane. Anyway, we said we're not gonna talk about that. So, going on the DK there basically made me waste a lot of time. And then I had to go base. It was a little bit inefficient. I should have just killed the meepo and then gone back to do my thing. Go back to farm. Anyway, I went for the armlet this game because of how much I can do with it. When it's a free Lifestealer game like this with no counters, armlet gives huge kill potential early to mid game. And this is a free Lifestealer game. They cannot cancel my TP through Magic Immunity. So, as you can see, I'm just by myself, but I'm not afraid to push this tower because I know nobody can really stop me. And if they rotate, well, at least I forced rotations. If it's a rotation of 1 hero, I can kill it. And if they rotate 2 heroes, then it's space created. In both cases, it's a win-win. I either get a kill, or if they rotate 2 heroes, space created from me. So, very nice. Also bounty runes, by the way. Don't forget bounty runes. They are really, really important. They are a really big thing that you should be getting all the time. Don't forget the bounty runes. So I took the tier 1 top. And I'm gonna be pushing more. Okay. Armlet gives huge kill potential, and since I can do whatever I want... Okay, look at this Meepo. Am I gonna kill him here? I don't know if I kill him here. He had a random Fairy Fire. I don't know who has a random Fairy Fire minute 16 into the game, but that kinda saved his life there. So I couldn't kill him, but this is very important. Even if I didn't kill him, I pressured him. He was forced to go base. And now I see that the Slark rotated top. I have an Observer mid and I see Oracle and DK are near me. And the Meepo is top, so I pretty much forced two of the enemies to play on the top part of the map. And now I go mid and get a free Oracle kill. Anytime you can focus on Oracle, do it. Anytime you can delete the enemy support during your rage, just do it. And right now I need to go back because I'm low HP and mana and I don't want to fight those 4 enemies. Getting the Oracle kill was nice. Another thing is clarities. Don't forget to buy clarities constantly. It's very important. Because instead of going base, I used Infest on an Ancient to get full HP. And now I'm using a Clarity to get full mana. Very, very good efficiency. So, actually in this game, this was a little bit of a more situational item build. I didn't go for the typical Desolator and Sanjin Yasha that go together with Armlet most of the time. Because I said either Radiance Solar Crest and then depending on your game, you get what you need. Or Armlet Desolator and then depending on the game, you get what you need. Okay, I rotated mid here, but it wasn't really that good. I should have stayed bottom and take that tier 1 tower. The thing is that Pudge and Earthshaker got caught out of position. Enemies were all 5 and they were only 3. I think we didn't have the DK ultimate, the Warlock ultimate. So we couldn't really fight them there without it. It's a big team fight ultimate, the Golem. Oh, as soon as I see the Shaker have Blink, I wanted to infest him. Let's see if we can get anything from it. I think his TP is on cooldown right now, otherwise he would be TPing top immediately, because top lane enemies are going on the Warlock. Yeah, his TP is on cooldown. So maybe we TP top now, or yeah, we do. And I think Meepo sees those TPs. He just gets day vision. But we get a free Nyx kill. This looks like a free kill. Yep, it is. So, I'm actually gonna have to pause. I'm gonna have to pause for a bit or I will never stop speaking. And I will never get to explain my build this game. Instead of the Desolator and Sanjin Yasha that go together with Armlet, I went Maelstrom. Why did I go Maelstrom this game? Because my team had very low wave clear. I didn't want to go Radiance because of how much I can do otherwise with the Armlet. If it's a free Lifestealer game, I can kill anyone. And Armlet is much better for killing in the mid game. It gives attack speed and damage and all that stuff, so it's better to kill and it's a lot cheaper than Radiance. So I went for the Armlet. And then the Maelstrom, because I have a Silencer. He's like a support type of hero with single target damage. He does not kill waves really fast. I have an Earthshaker. He kills waves pretty okay, but that's the only one. I have a Warlock who is like very low single target right click damage. He does not clear creep waves really fast at all. And I have a Pudge mid who is a hero that doesn't even want to be bothered to clear creep waves. He is a hero that wants to hunt enemies. He wants to be constantly missing from the map, so he can threaten enemies, right? If you play against a Pudge and that Pudge is missing, you would be considering, damn, you know, he can be right next to me and I can get hooked any second now. So Pudge, the way the hero wants to play is he wants to miss from the map constantly. So I didn't go Radiance. Radiance does help with wave clear, but I didn't go Radiance. And Battle Fury is way too expensive and slow of an item. So I just went Maelstrom. The lightnings help a lot with killing waves faster. And you're going to see, if you haven't already, I had it for a few minutes now. So if we didn't see already, we're going to see soon how effective it is at clearing waves. But most of the time, I would go Desolator into Sanjin Yasha though, after Armlet. So that's about the Maelstrom, to help clearing waves faster. Creeps, yeah, and push creep waves faster. And then I'm going Assault Cuirass, because you look at the enemy team, Meepo is gonna have the Meepo and another 4 clones, or 3 or whatever, I don't even know, I don't play Meepo, whatever, that right click you with physical damage. I block all the magical from Poof with rage, but he will right click me with physical damage. DK is going to right click me with a lot of physical damage, and Slark is going to right click me with physical damage. So against all that physical damage, considering Lifestealer is a very low armor hero, if you look at it, that's one of the weaknesses, but you can itemize around it. Very low armor. Level 13, only 4 armor. That's super low. So you can itemize buying armor, buying an Assault Cuirass. So that's it pretty much, because they have a lot of physical damage and nothing else really. Because all the magical that they have from their supports, Oracle and Nyx and Meepo, whoever is support, Meepo or Nyx. I think Meepo was more of the support type, and Nyx was like farming with a Midas, I think. Yeah, he has a Midas or something. So I block their damage with rage, and then the rest of the damage I block it by having a lot of armor. Or I don't block it, but I lower the damage taken. That's it. And after the Assault Cuirass, I went Daedalus because I just wanted to be able to kill enemies as fast as possible. I know that I can rage and nothing can stop me from attacking. So I'm just gonna get Daedalus and I'm gonna destroy them with right clicks. When the enemy has a lot of disables, and especially disables through magic immunity, that's when Radiance comes into play. Because when you are disabled, Radiance will continue burning them. Radiance will continue dealing damage over time. So right here, as you can see, I'm gonna TP out. I don't even have to rage because I know they weren't close to cancel my TP. But this is the idea. Once again, when you are a Lifestealer in a game that they cannot cancel your TP if you rage, look what happened. I forced 4 enemies to go top. 4 enemies TP to the top lane. Rotated there. So I just got out and went bottom. So now, if they go for my tier 1 top, I will take their tier 1 bottom. So we are at least, like, controlling the enemy super hard right now, right? We force them to go top and then we go bottom and we get an objective trade. It's really important when you force rotations. That's like one of the most impactful things that you can do as a core hero, as a carry hero. Mid lane, safe lane, core hero. Force enemy rotations, because that way you are controlling the enemy in a way. You are like, hey, you have to TP here or I will take your tower. And when they TP there, you are like, now I know where you are because I forced you to be here. Like, that's one of the best things and one of the most amazing things you can do as a carry. You force someone to be there and you are like, huh, Now you're here because I forced you to be here. So get fucked. I'm gonna go on the other part of the map and I'm gonna take 2 towers. In 1 minute, I just took 2 towers bottom because I know enemies TP top. Because I forced them, right? So here we get the Slark. I see a free Oracle kill. He disarms me. Okay, I think I'm gonna die here because we probably should have backed. I get the DK kill. Yeah, I get the DK kill and I die. And then Meepo is pushing, but I don't really want to buy back. Okay, Pudge bought back. Yeah, I don't really want to buy back like that to stop a Meepo. And Pudge killed him, so... Very nice. Nicely done. It was a little bit overextending from me on the bottom lane fight. I could have just raged and TP'd out. But it's okay because that's my... that was my first death of the game. And we also took the tier 2 tower. So in 1 minute I took 2 towers. It's pretty big. It's a pretty big deal. Also notice how every single tower we took in our team, the 3 towers we destroyed, all of them, I destroyed them. That's because we also don't have any building damage other than my hero. No one else from my teammates really offers any good building damage. So it's all me. And that's when Desolator helps a lot. It lowers the armor of buildings, so you kill them faster. The Slark is Invis. I am gonna get the Meepo. Should be a free kill here. Okay. Earthshaker died, but that was not a good play by the Earthshaker. I can explain why. That was a really bad play from the Shaker. He shouldn't have blinked in. He should have been hiding in the trees and wait for Slark to show himself and then go on the Slark. So right here, I infested the Shaker. One of the most important things to consider in this situation is it's night time. Oh, and by the way, now that I see it, I have to mention it or I will forget it. When you infest someone with Lifestealer, don't forget to turn your armlet on, so you can have it on already when you pop out. Because while you are infested, you don't lose any HP. Like you normally lose. Like, I don't remember how much. 54? Armlet gives 31 damage, 25 strength, and 4 armor, but drains 54 health per second. So it does not drain any when you're infested. So activate Armlet before you infest. It's really good. When you pop out, you already have it activated, and you don't have to do it. So here, the most important thing to consider is Slark is one of the heroes with most night vision in the game, with like biggest night vision in the game. He sees you way before you see him, and what Earthshaker needs in this game to make this gank better is a Shadow Blade. So when you are invis, Slark won't see you with his night vision. But first, he barely has Blink Dagger and he's going Ewls. And after that, he will go Shadow Blade. So now he doesn't have a Shadow Blade. And when he's walking down, to the point when he gets here, Slark already sees him. And Slark is not stupid, he's gonna use Shadow Blade and run away. So this play was really bad because Slark sees you before you see him. What the Shaker should be doing is hide somewhere, like next to the silencer, and wait if Slark shows himself in vision somewhere. And then you go for him. Because what's gonna happen Okay, We can show this by having the enemy fog of war. If I put free camera, they actually have a ward here, so they see him before. But still, like, look how much Slark sees. He uses Shadow Blade, and he sees all until here. Or maybe without this ward, the gank would have worked. Oh, maybe it would have worked without this ward, because he used Shadow Blade because of the ward. He didn't see yet, like with the hero. He sees until here. Yeah, maybe because of the ward he used Shadow Blade early. Otherwise, it might have worked. Low chance. But anyway, this didn't work and never will work, because you cannot straight run into Slark. He has more night vision than you. If it was daytime, sure, it's fine, because he has as much vision as you during the day. But during the night, Slark has way more. Anyway, we need to move on, because I feel like I'm saying the same thing too much. So Meepo shows out of nowhere, and I'm like, oh, free kill, you know, free Meepo kill. The Maelstrom is pretty decent against Meepo as well, and overall against their heroes. So other than for wave clear, it's really good against their heroes too. I like it. I like that I built Maelstrom this game. At the end of the game I said, yeah, that was a good build. Nice hook, Kappa. Nice hook, brother. So right now, I'm not afraid. In a normal game I probably would be, but right now I'm not afraid to push this mid lane like this, even though I don't see any enemies. Does Slark have a basher already? No. But he will have one anytime soon, I guess. So until he has that, I'm safe. I actually feel like I could be pushing the mid lane right now, and if they go on me, I can rage and TP. DK has a blink. One thing that... Actually, if they play it well, they can chain stun me without, like... and prevent me, like, kill me before I get rage off. So it is a little bit dangerous to push when I don't see anyone on the map, because the DK can blink on top of me and stun me, and then Nyx with Vendetta invisibility can follow up with Impale after the DK stun. So it's not like do absolutely anything you want, but overall it's a pretty free game, you know. So right here I'm pushing tier 3 because I see 2 enemies top and 2 mid, and this is really important. Once again, 2 of the enemy cores TP bottom, so we get a free Oracle kill here. Or do we? Oh, he uses Echo Slam. Okay, obviously we do if he uses Echo Slam. So DK and Slark TP bottom, and once again I'm controlling the enemy. I'm split pushing them and making them TP and react to my moves. That's one of the most satisfying, one of the things I like the most about playing carry. You force enemies to react to your moves, because you are the strong one who can do that. The carry does that. You are the one who does that. Your support, for example, cannot force the enemies to react, because if a Warlock split pushes, they are gonna kill him. But if I split push, it's a lot harder to kill me than the Warlock, right? I'm probably gonna die, and that's why it sucks to play against the Slark. Because I cannot do anything other than running. And I try to rage and TP, but it doesn't work. So pretty much in that fight, I shouldn't have committed into the fight. I take the tier 1 tower. And then I see I have Warlock, Shaker and Pudge. Warlock died and couldn't get the golem off. And then Shaker and Pudge just run away. And then I try to trade with a Slark. And you can see how he uses ultimate. And I can't really attack him anymore. And at this point he stole a lot of my stats. And that really sucks. So I can't really do that much. So I guess I shouldn't have committed in that fight. People got caught again. I was destroying a tier 1 tower because enemy mid lane tier 1 tower was still not destroyed at minute 27. And if I don't do it, nobody else will, because nobody really has any building damage. So now I have my AC and I have pretty decent amount of armor. That's a Roshan killed. By the way, enemies were winning really hard. This entire time, enemies had a lead in gold. And right now they have a 7,000 net worth advantage. I think the best part of the game is just about to start. Right now. If you feel like the game was fun until now, just watch until the end. There's a meeple top. I have a defensive observer in my jungle. The supports weren't doing that good. I think the silencer was raging. Yeah, the silencer was raging at the Pudge for taking his mid lane, so he decided to be a offlane support, but at the same time carry silencer. Like, he literally refuses to buy a single support item. It has to be Warlock supporting by himself. And the Warlock also wanted to go Midas. He's getting a little bit close to it. And Pudge also has a Midas. Like, this entire game was just one really big clown fiesta. But I picked a decent hero and I tried my absolute best. So basically what I mean when I said that supports weren't doing too well is against a Slark with Shadowblade and against a Nyx, you must have a lot of sentries on the map. And right now we don't have any. We don't see them at all. We are pretty much trapped in base. And in Dota, that's a really bad sign. If you are trapped in base, you're gonna get out-farmed and eventually be that behind in gold because you're trapped in base and enemy is farming the entire map. You're gonna be so behind in gold to the point where enemy has like 2 items on top of you or 3, and then you're just gonna lose eventually. So you should try to never be trapped in base. Try to constantly make plays. But in this game, to make plays, we need sentries because they have 2 invis people. Right now, DK used his BKB, and I know that as a Lifestealer, I can destroy the DK. I have a lot of damage to kill the DK. So after DK has BKB, now Nyx walks into the sentry here. We actually had a sentry there, what a surprise. Or what did we have? Do we have a gem? What was that? I'm surprised we actually had anything. We had a sentry here. Okay, that's cool. But we should have like way more sentries. Against the Nyx and the Shadowblade Slark, we should have sentries like at least 4 on the map, I would say. At least 4 on the map. And observers anywhere close to the sentries. Because the sentries give true sight, but you also need the observer ward vision. Because sentries don't give any vision. So if you have them but you don't see anyone, it's a bit pointless. So against Invis heroes that can gank you, at least 4 sentries on the map, or having a really tanky, unkillable frontline hero such as Bristleback or whatever, with a gem scouting around is pretty good, and the rest of the team plays behind them. So if the enemies initiate on him, you're ready to go. Like any type of detection thingy is required, and we don't have any. Because the supports were just angry, you know? People just get into a Dota game and they are angry. And this right here, this play right here is one of the game turning plays. Look at that. Beautiful. This Earthshaker game winning. Look at this. I actually want to replay it in slower motion. I commended the Shaker after the game, by the way. So look, I'm infested inside this guy. And he's hiding into trees. He's playing it properly. He knows exactly what he's supposed to do. Don't let enemies see you. Don't show yourself where the silencer is, for example. Because Nyx is going to stun you and prevent you from initiating. As an Earthshaker, hide in the trees. Don't let enemies see you. So he's waiting. And then when the fight is already started, he's gonna blink in. And BAM! Stun. 3 down. DK down as well. 4 down. There we go. By the way, one thing I really loved about this Pudge, there was something, believe me, that I actually liked about him. He built a Hex. And if you guys didn't know, Hex is one of the biggest counters to Slark. That's why supports such as Lion and Shadow Shaman are really good against Slark. Because they have a Hex ability. And also heroes like OD and Tinker, such heroes are really good against Slark as well because they are Hex builders. Like Hex is a pretty common item on them. And Hexes destroy Slark. Why do Hexes destroy Slark? Well, one of the it's not recent anymore, it's been a long time, but Hex got changed in a way that it cannot be purged by anything. So Slark purges most disables with Dark Pact, but not Hex. He cannot purge a Hex with Dark Pact. So if you Hex a Slark, that's complete control. He cannot remove it. He cannot do anything about it. He's dead. If a Slark gets hexed, he's dead. Pretty much. So the Pudge knows that, and he built a Hex. So I really like that. That's a game-winning item here against the Slark. Another hero in our team that could build a Hex later, since he went Midas and wanted to be a carry, is the Silencer. He could easily build a Hex as well. It's a pretty typical item on a core Silencer. Hex. Maybe in the very late game, Earthshaker could also build a Hex. So right now we are trapped in base again. We don't have any vision. We don't see anybody.
I'll take that.
There is some Meepo there. Yeah, that's an easy kill. Now that Earthshaker has Shadow Blade, it makes him even better at ganking. This initiation or counter initiation heroes having a Shadow Blade is really, really good. And there is the Slark. He got initiated by the Pudge. I know that Oracle used his ultimate, so he cannot save himself, and I just go on him. And then we kill the Slark. He cannot do anything. DK's BKB is running out soon, and I just right click him for a lot of damage. So now here we can do two things. Go straight throne if they don't have buybacks, but they do. So when we saw the buyback from DK and Slark, we can just go for option number 2, which is bottom racks. Pudge is hexing creeps, very nice. So now we get the racks. They can't really stop us because they are not all 5. And here everyone is tipping out. We got the bottom racks. Rage and TP from me as well. I went Daedalus this game. Daedalus is really good on Lifestealer. I love it. Feast gives you more damage, and that also makes your Daedalus deal more damage. What else can say about it? Not much to say. Not much more to say about it. If it's a game where you can right click when they cannot disable you through magic immunity, then I like Daedalus. Yeah, Feast gives lifesteal and damage. So I think at this point I'm gonna be critting for like 900 or 1k. Enemies are all playing around the top lane. We saw Slark earlier there. They are actually roshing right now. Okay, only 2 of them are roshing. Okay, nobody's roshing. And I'm just focusing that that Oracle. I don't know why I heard Roshan sounds, but nobody was roshing. And right now, we own them in a fight. There we go. I'm drawing a straight line on the throne. I want to go throne. I want to finish this game. Finish this clown fiesta. Carrying my team. Don't worry. I got this game under control. Everybody get on my back. I carry. Slark and DK bought back earlier. They have no buybacks. The only heroes that have buybacks right now are Meepo and Oracle. We can see that because it's a replay. Normally in a game you cannot see who has buyback, obviously. You should never be able to see if they have buybacks or not. Oh, he tipped me. He actually tipped me. And I was happy about this Warlock that he listened to me. Never mind, it was the Silencer. Even though he played a carry Silencer when he was supposed to be support, I was still happy that he didn't go mid. Like, when someone steals the mid lane like that, let it be. Pick something else and try your best to win the game. Going double mid and competing for CS is a really bad thing. Honestly, that's one of the worst things. Going double mid or double carry safe lane and competing for CS, it's just the most negative and toxic things in in a team game. It's really bad. It completely ruins the game. Anyway, so that's it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and if you thought it was fun or useful in a way, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like the video, just like you do with every video I upload. If you enjoy the videos, don't forget to like them. I don't mention this very often, but it's super important for me. It helps a lot when you guys leave a rating on the video, because that's what helps the video get to other people and grow the channel in general. If you enjoy the videos that I put out there, please like them. And if this is the first video you're watching of mine, if you aren't subscribed to my YouTube channel, then feel free to sub and give it a try. I do upload videos every day or almost every day, so see you in the next video. Good luck and have fun playing games.